Eating it feels just a little bit like eating one of those cakes of birdseed.
Welcome to the Santhouse House. Today, on this day, we are eating pumpkin spice foods for 24 hours.
Is that my cue to bring it up?
Maybe.
Sure.
Ta-da! Are you excited about this? Do you like pumpkin spice stuff?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to do this video. I don't think so. I don't really like pumpkin stuff that much.
Nope.
But we will see. Yeah.
I like pumpkin spice sometimes. Depends on my mood. So hopefully today is the mood where I like it. Because if it's not, that's pumpkin. Also, you may hear in the background, we have children here. They're under. Do you have me to do something?
Sure. That's good.
We are only eating pumpkin spice things today, right?
Yes.
So if it's not pumpkin spice, we're not eating it, which means Kathy may be very hungry by the end of today.
If I don't like stuff. I'm gonna try it first, I think, without milk. Like just plain. Ooh. It tastes like a normal Cheerio at first. Like, it's like pumpkin spice.
The initial flavor is almost like a honey nut Cheerio.
Yeah.
Like they have something sweet on the outside, and then it's like there's a potpourri explosion in your mouth afterwards.
Maybe that will help eating it with milk. It's definitely better with milk, I think.
I don't mind it. Like, I don't think I'd want to eat this only forever.
No.
Obviously. But like, a bowl or two, this is good.
Okay, we're gonna finish eating that in a little bit, but I also got this organic creamy cashew yogurt, pumpkin spice yogurt, with a hint of coconut cream from Trader Joe's.
Organic creamy cashew, is it like cashew yogurt?
I think it's like, there's no dairy in it.
But is some, oh it is, it's dairy free.
Yeah, organic cashew base.
Well, this is just fascinating.
I want it in my booster.
That is weird.
It tastes like alcohol to me.
As I give some for children.
Does it taste like that to you? I don't know what in it tastes like that, but it tastes like alcohol to me.
It doesn't taste like alcohol to me. It's like almost like a sweet, like tang. It's weird. It doesn't taste like yogurt, and I don't think I have a category for it.
I don't know that I would say it tastes like pumpkin spice either.
Mm-hmm.
It just tastes strange, and so maybe that's like the cashew non-dairyness of it. I wouldn't say, like if I tasted that, I would never guess that the flavor was pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So
I don't know what flavor it feels like. It's weird.
it's weird. How are your Cheerios? Are they yummy? It's a little bit later in the morning, so we're gonna have a snack, and we are going to try the pumpkin spice teeny tiny pretzels by Trader Joe's.
Teeny tiny.
I know, I'm curious how tiny they're gonna be.
They look pretty small based on looking through that.
Yeah. You gonna have one?
No. I don't know what they are.
They are tiny. Look how cute they are.
Ooh.
They definitely taste like pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad.
They're not bad at all. I mean, they're kind of like the classic yogurt covered pretzel, but with some extra spices in there.
Yeah.
Again, I think everything pumpkin spice kind of tastes just a little bit like potpourri. That's the right name, right? That's how you say it. That's the little bowl of like.
You don't usually eat potpourri.
Well, I know, but you smell it. It's very aromatic.
I think they're good. I kind of like the pretzel and pumpkin combination. Do you like it? Mm-hmm. It is lunchtime, and we are trying Trader Joe's pumpkin bisque, a creamy soup with pumpkin and fall spices.
What is a fall spice? Is that like a category of spices?
Pumpkin
like
spice.
I go to
Hopefully.
the spice market and there's a fall section. Or is it just because the shelf fell over and they took everything that fell on the floor and they were like, well, these are the fall spices. This is probably gonna get cut out.
You think you're very funny.
I think I'm very
funny.
funny. I know you're all laughing at home.
So basically, this just comes in a jar and you warm it up on the stove, and so that is what I did.
I don't know what I expected that to taste like. But that is not at all what I expected it to taste like.
This to me, I feel like I would like kind of like 10 bites of it. I'm gonna be like over the flavor. It's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either. It's not like, it's not bad.
It tastes like fall, like if fall was a flavor. I feel like this would be it, but I don't like it that much. The other thing we are gonna try for lunch is this Trader Joe's pumpkin spice hummus.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Trader Joe's is known for having like different hummus flavors. Like they have the chocolate hummus.
Which, do not be fooled,
So.
is nothing like Nutella.
And we're gonna dip these pretzels in it because that's what we would normally dip in hummus.
I don't know why this is, but I don't envision pumpkin spice things as being really sweet. And this is very, very sweet.
In terms of just it being a hummus, I would probably choose regular hummus. But I do like this.
For like a dessert dip almost, I might pick this. It's definitely, it feels more like dessert.
I think this is probably my favorite pumpkin spice thing that we've tried so far. Is it good? You like it? It is a little bit later and I think it's a good time for a snack. So we have multiple snacks to try.
The first one is Trader Joe's Organic Pumpkin Spice Granola Bar, which is gluten-free pumpkin spice flavored granola layered with dark chocolate and topped with toasted pumpkin seeds.
Doesn't that sound good?
That is a mouthful. I heard dark chocolate, and so I'm in.
Anything to offset the pumpkin spice. Here's the thing. I'm not a big pumpkin person. I will admit that. But the thing that I do like is pumpkin bread with chocolate chips in them. And that is to me what this tastes like.
It tastes
because
a
it
lot
has
like
chocolate. And so I like it.
What's funny is you're right. Like, I didn't think about that until you said it, but the taste I have in my mouth is exactly that. And it is very good. I like this stuff. I would eat it. Do want to say, now that I've said I like it, eating it feels just a little bit like eating one of those cakes of birdseed. Just in terms of the experience. Like, it feels a little bit of like compressed birdseed that you chew through and it breaks up into little, not that I've ever eaten one of those.
Suet.
Is that what it's called?
Feels like squares.
I think so. Delicious. But again, if you think about the birdseed while you eat it, it's kind of a unique mental experience. 100% would eat this even.
Thumbs up from me. Also, if you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, you should. We would appreciate it.
I should have told you what this was before I started ripping it apart. This is the, do you want to read this one?
Pumpkin spice almonds from Target. White chocolate coating seasoned with pumpkin pie spice and bourbon vanilla beans.
So they sound good. They sound like candy.
I think those are pretty good. There's definitely like a pumpkin spice taste, but there's also the yogurt, never the normal like yogurt coating taste, and so the pumpkin spice is not too strong.
It's not the full force potpourri. It has more of like pleasant undertones of it hidden behind the creaminess of the yogurt. Listen to those words.
I think they're pretty good. I would eat those again.
Which, that's impressive because you don't even like almonds.
They're okay. It depends.
Generally.
I mean, I'm mostly just comparing them to everything else we've eaten so far today. So these last two snacks have been really good compared to everything else.
These last two snacks, which are actually candy. Very good. Ready for this last one?
Yes.
This last one is, it's not actually the last one, but it's not even masquerading as healthy. These are pumpkin spice cookies from Milano over at Pepperidge Farm.
These look kind of cool. They have like a layer of chocolate and a layer of orange in the middle, which is kind of cool. They're softer than I thought they were gonna be. I don't know why in my head I was thinking like crunchy. I don't taste any pumpkin. Do you?
Not really. I do love the texture of these. They just kind of melt. I think that is delicious. I like these. They do not seem pumpkin spicy to me though.
I think those are pretty good, but they're not super pumpkin spice. I like couldn't taste it at all, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I've enjoyed like licking the orange part.
And it didn't taste like anything?
Not beyond like just sugar.
And the last snack, or I guess technically it's probably a dessert, are these pumpkin spice Twinkies.
Yes, I'm excited about these.
And we did notice that they are golden sponge cakes, so I assume the normal cake with pumpkin spice filling. So the filling is pumpkin spice.
Which I'm not as excited about. I don't really know. I was kind of hoping it's just like a powdering on top and it was a normal Twinkie.
You can brush off the sprinkling.
The thing about Twinkies though is that I always go into Twinkies thinking like, oh, I'm gonna love this, and then I eat one and I'm like, well, that was fine.
Should we split one?
No. Why would we split one? It's tiny. This is like the size of my thumb.
I think they've gotten smaller, or we've gotten bigger.
Remember when Twinkies weren't gonna exist anymore, like a few years ago?
Yeah.
That was either real or an excellent marketing play.
This one, I mean, I haven't had a Twinkie in a while, and so I don't exactly remember what the cream in the middle tastes like. It's almost just to me, a more disappointing version of a Twinkie. Because it almost, the cream is like almost
The best part?
heavier tasting. No, it normally is the best part. And because it has the spices in it, it's not as pure. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's just like I want just like the cream taste. And because it has spices in that, it's not there. And so it's not as good. That's what I think.
I would agree with that. I want to like it because, again, it's a Twinkie. Nostalgically, I just want to like it. I also want to point out that this is one of the very, very, very few times that we have eaten something for all of you. And Kathy has finished hers before I have. We have another exciting surprise item, the pumpkin spice latte.
We've never had this before.
I've never.
And we figured we couldn't do a pumpkin spice video without getting the pumpkin spice latte. It just wouldn't be right.
Can I try?
Yes.
Tastes pretty much like coffee with syrup in it.
I don't taste any pumpkin spice, which means it's good. I mean, it's sugar coffee. That's the kind of coffee I like. Sugary coffee, so.
I feel like I'm maybe getting hints of it, but not really. That's not bad.
So for dinner, we are having the complete pumpkin spice pancake and waffle mix from Walmart. I saw these at Walmart like, I don't know, a week ago, maybe? And I didn't buy them, but I made a mental note to buy this for this video. And then when I went back, they didn't have it. They were out. Everyone bought them. And then a couple other Walmarts, there's a lot of Walmarts around here, but a couple other Walmarts also were out. But we finally found it at like the 4th Walmart.
I think so. And I have to say, this is a good sign, because if it's sold out everywhere, in theory, that means it's good, right? Because everything else was not sold out. There were lots of the other options available. Also, because we are civilized people, we put chocolate chips in them, except we did make one for each of us without chocolate chips so we can
Did the true test.
Yeah.
So the reason that we're having pancakes for dinner is one, because it's something that we can find, but we do in fact actually eat pancakes a lot for dinner. We have a lot of fun making them, and we just think it's a great, easy thing to have for dinner. So that's what we do sometimes.
I've also started, instead of using like a 1/4 cup scooper to make the pancakes, I just scoop them with a spoon, and it makes these nice little pancakes that are great size for kids, and it also makes it so you can make a ton all at once with a big skillet.
I think they mostly taste like a normal pancake. They're like slightly pumpkin-y tasting.
Yeah, they do. They taste very normal. I will say though, it is hard to make a pancake have a different flavor than pancake. Like I've tried to make different flavor pancakes, they normally end up tasting like
Pancakes?
pancake.
It did really smell like pumpkin spice or pumpkin when we made, while you were cooking
It
them.
does. They still
Yeah, it's just the taste. The flavor is not like super strong. But again, because I don't like pumpkin spice things that much, I kind of like that it doesn't taste super strongly of it. The kids are in bed, and usually around this time we would have ice cream. And so we have the mini ice cream cones in the flavor pumpkin ginger from Trader Joe's. I realize it's not exactly pumpkin spice, but you know, ginger is a spice, so
and it's pumpkin.
same
so.
thing, right?
And after today, even if it just has some pumpkin in it, we're good. It's enough.
Woo. These are fancy.
Whoa, they are tiny.
They are tiny. The kids actually would probably really like these.
They're so cute.
What do you think?
I actually really like these. Like, I think it actually is a very good balance. Like, I think this is the kind of pumpkin spice flavor I'm looking for. I realized it didn't say pumpkin spice. I like it. What do you think?
I don't know that I would qualify them as ginger. To me, it just is pumpkin.
They're very
It
good.
wouldn't be my first ice cream choice, but it's not bad. Definitely. And they're very cute. I think our kids would really like these.
They are very cute.
It's like the perfect size for them.
I think this is the perfect thing to end our pumpkin day on.
Journey.
And
A pumpkin spice journey that is coming to an end.
thank goodness.
We'll never go again.
You know, nothing we had was that bad. Except for one thing that we will not eat again.
Really what we learned is that things that have too much of a pumpkin spice flavor, not really a big fan of. But things that don't have a lot, we thought were good. Because they didn't taste like pumpkin spice.
Don't hate on us too much for not liking pumpkin spice. It's just, it is what it is. And on that note, thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you or you seeing us again next time. I forget how we end our videos.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. You can subscribe if you have not already, and we will see you next time at the Santhouse House.
Bye.
Bye.